All right, so what is this?
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Show and Tell. It's me, Lady Ada. With me is Mr. Lady Ada. And we're here live at the Adafruit factory, where we are every Wednesday, and we do our shows here. And today's show is all about you, the maker, showing off your project. Whether you be 3D printing, or coding, or sewing, or welding, or you just got back from Burning Man, maybe you want to show off your project that you had there. Whatever it is, we'd love to see it. We're here till 7:50. So take a couple minutes, show off your project. We're going to call on people in the order I have written down on this magical piece of paper in front of me, and show off your project, demo it, and then we'll have a really good time. People get stickers.
Okay, first, JP, what you got going on?
Hi.
Hey guys, I'm just getting my iPad pinball table together here so you can check that out. I built this on the live stream last week, and then I just put out a new guide. This is my little iPad pinball table. I know I've been going crazy over the iPad pinball, but there you go. So here is a Gemma M0 that I've got in, plugged in through jumpers and no soldering required, to 3 arcade buttons that then are essentially sending out keyboard commands, HID keyboard commands, to an iCade compatible pinball game. Let's see if it noticed it. It did. So I'm pulling back the plunger there right now, and when I release, off it goes. And then I have flipper controls on the sides here.
Fun.
Super, super fun. And it's all made from this T-slot 20 by 20 millimeter extruded aluminum with all kinds of fun brackets and fixtures and things to hold it together. And I've even got these nice little plastic feet that pop into the scratch up your table. So that is my lovely little pinball table. Go check out the guide and make one for yourself.
I like that it's using the extruded aluminum. So all you need is a hex wrench and a hacksaw, and you can make the whole thing. So you don't need like a laser cutter or like a welder or soldering iron.
Yeah, it's a really fun way to make something. It's almost like making a kit, but it's the kit that you designed, and it's super robust. So you can make really sturdy stuff, a lot sturdier than honestly most of the stuff you'd make on a laser cutter or a 3D printer. I mean, this is built to last. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to build with this stuff, and you can repurpose it. You could modify this. I was even talking to someone the other day about it'd be kind of fun to put the full 3-foot legs on it necessary to make it a stand-up pinball table that's tiny and weird proportions as an art piece.
Okay, cool.
So, and the other neat thing, I mentioned this last week, is that it's all coded in CircuitPython, which I am loving because of how iterative and interactive it is. I just plug it in, the little Gemma shows up like a USB drive, and then in a text editor, I'm changing the code, and as soon as I hit save, I can iterate without having to compile and upload. So it has been kind of a dream to iterate that quickly on stuff. So
yeah, it definitely makes the coding like half as much time, which it also, it's especially if you've done a lot of Arduino, it kind of brings the joy of like experimenting back, because you're like, let's just try a thing.
Yeah.
Right. I like the REPL stuff because you can try something out before you even throw it in the code. And like, okay, cool, it worked.
Yeah, I do that. I'm like, it didn't work in the code for some reason. I go to the REPL and I'm like, oh, I understand how the Python slices work or something, and then I go back and paste that in.
I think like it makes rapid prototyping rapider. Which is a word I made up.
Rapidest.
All right, we'll be showing the preview of your video and the Learn Guides up.
Super duper.
Okay. Speaking of CircuitPython, Scott, what's the newsiest?
The new news is release candidate 2 for 2.0.
Hey.
I just released it. I did release candidate 1 on Friday, and some folks tested it over the long weekend and found some bugs. So Dan and I and others have been quickly and expediently trying to squash all those bugs.
Your cat's going into the trash. Watch out.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
She just wants the attention.
Okay.
MOSFET the cat ate my soup the other day, and I caught him, and he was scooping soup into his mouth, and he looked like a raccoon. It was terrible. Anyways.
Continue.
You know MOSFET. That's why I thought I'd share
I do know MOSFET.
Sure.
Yeah, she's been eating all the crumbs on the counter around where Becca made scones.
See?
Ooh, I almost knocked over a water. That would have been bad.
Scone.
Okay, back on topic. Release candidate 2. RC2 is just out. The theme of the 2.0 release is storage stuff. So SD cards and storing persistent bytes, if you want, are kind of the highlights. We also updated to the latest MicroPython, which is super cool. So we're keeping track with them. So if you're interested, check out the Discord. We're coordinating there. We've got lots of people that are on board helping us test and reporting issues and finding doc issues and all that stuff, which is Awesome. The other thing I wanted to talk about super quick is I'm going to 3 events in the next like week, a month and a half. Seattle Mini Maker Faire is 2 weekends, 1 or 2 weekends from now, and then the weekend after is World Maker Faire in New York. I will be at both of those. If you're going to be there, get on Discord and ping me. I'm Tan Newt. We have new roles that say, I'm going to this thing, and then there will be a chat channel for people who are just going to be there so that we can coordinate and meet up. But to get into that role, you have to bug one of us to add you to it. So ping me. The 3rd event is the Open Source Hardware Summit, and I will be there in October, and I'll have some boards with me, and we'll have a great time. So I'm excited to meet people there as well. So ping me on Discord. It's Adafruit.it/Discord. I'll post it.
Yeah. Okay, so sorry, it was Maker Faire, Open Source Hardware, and then was it Maker Faire?
Seattle Mini Maker Faire.
Okay.
And tonight on Ask an Engineer, I just put those slides in, so I'm going to go over that as well. So if people love the digital chat and you're going to go to some of these events, you can meet some folks in person. And I just sent an email. I think we're going to outfit Scott with some boards. So if you're going to the Open Source Hardware Summit, you might just be able to get one limited Scott only, limited time only. So.
Scott,
yeah,
got delivered.
Yeah, okay. So I'm looking forward to meeting people.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, cool.
Next up, let's go to Matt. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt D.
Hey, guys.
Yo.
So I made a few design improvements to D.PiGlass in the last few weeks. If you can see right there, that's the bone conduction transducer.
Wow.
So I can listen to my music and no one else can hear it. I added a Y splitter to power it, so you can power the Viewfind and the Pi with a 5-volt 2-amp port. In terms of the code, I've increased the picture quality from 0.5 megapixels to 5 megapixels. And I also added imgur uploading and then push notifications to my phone with the link to the photo I just uploaded so I can share it. And then I have a preview of my next project. I just got to switch the camera. Oh, my bad.
Saw something. Looked like a robot arm. Yeah, we're there.
It's a Pi camera. Whoa.
So it has the Pi camera on it as a POV for the gripper. And then I have a webcam hooked up to it because I have several people helping me code this remotely. And so they just VNC in and see what they're doing. And
and you have a light when it gets over there. Oh, yeah. Excellent projects, Matt.
These are intense.
Yeah. All right. Well, as always, email support@adafruit.com. You and your robot friend get a sticker if you want it.
Thanks.
You're making a robot friend, right? Not robot enemy?
Yeah, that's friendly.
Okay.
My friend, so I don't know.
Asking for a friend. Okay, robot friend. All right. Next, Michael. Hey, Michael, how's it going?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, Scott said I should show up today and show off my new board. I came on a while back and showed you the, I think it was Pocket Bone was the last thing. It's been a while, and I was supposed to come back the next week after I assembled the boards. Never did. But I did successfully assemble 5 boards with BGAs on them. If you want to see one of those.
Intense.
Yeah, I got that to land, all 5 of them. And there's a little video online if you want to see it. This one actually was assembled by me, so it's got the part purple. So that's proof, I guess.
That should be like an MBGA, a mega BGA.
Yeah, it's pretty large. It's not small. So my new project. Well, there's a couple of new projects, but this one seems to be pretty hot, and it's kind of a derivative of something that Scott was working on. He actually sent me the design files for his Feather 5, and I created this little guy called the LoFive, which I just actually launched a group Git for it, but I don't know if you guys can see this little guy. I got it stuck in the breadboard.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you got...
I don't want to pull it out of there because I want to actually show you the LED blink because that's always fun.
Okay, got the crystal, the reset button, SPI flash, looking good.
Yeah, I got some. I got a link to the campaign, and there's a GitHub repository for it as well. Can I paste the link into here?
Yeah. Also, after the show and tells, we can post in the comments too.
All right, so I'm it's pretty much, you know, as stripped back as you can get. It's got the SPI flash and the crystal and a couple of regulators and a reset switch. Is about as bare minimum as possible, so that it broke out all the lines, all the general purpose lines to headers, to 14-pin headers. It's in the teensy form factor, or Arduino Mini, I think, same thing. Fits into the board, which is cool. And I did have to buy this FTDI adapter to program it. I guess that's all that's really supported right now, SDK. But let me power it up and we can watch this LED blink. I haven't done too many demos with it yet. It's kind of brand new, so. But it caught on so quickly that I decided to do a little group.
Ooh.
And there's your LED blinking. This is the standard demo.
The Hello World physical computing
with the Hi-Five board. So it uses the exact same code. I didn't have to change anything. So yeah, it's a neat little project, and I hope that it gets backed. I might move it to Crowd Supply after this campaign, because Crowd Supply is supplying the Hi-Five 1, which is the original Arduino size board. And it should be pretty popular, I hope. I listed it for 25, but as time goes on, it might get a little cheaper. We'll see.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, one of the things you could say is, as seen on the show and tell.
Yeah.
Send an email to support@adafruit.com. We'll send you out a sticker. And after the video is published on YouTube, feel free to put a link to anything and drop a note to, you can send a note to PT@Adafruit, and I'll do a blog post. Maybe that'll help you out with your crowd supply when you're ready.
It's already posted.
Oh, I can help out.
Probably isn't, but the group gets his.
I can help out even sooner. Yeah, drop me a note.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah, I have another FPGA board that you guys might be interested in, but we'll bring that on for another show.
Yeah, come by next week. Or in 2 months.
You can come
whenever.
Here. We have no concept of time. We're always here. All right, Tom. Hello, Tom. How you doing?
Hey, Tom.
Okay, I think I have my microphone working.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. I've been working on my Voight-Kampff machine from Blade Runner, and some of the parts that I'm pretty close to finishing on is this part's from the actual servo box for the eye, and I've been working on the bellows. I have most of these mechanisms done, which has taken forever, but the other side of it that I've been working on, actually, I've been using, started out with an Adafruit Feather, the Bluetooth low energy, and made a board that would go on top. And what I'm trying to utilize is, GSR and heart rate variability to distinguish emotional response, and then beaming that back by Bluetooth to an RPi in the Voight-Kampff machine, so that we get a readout actually on there. So it's a little bit more than just purely a movie prop type item. So.
Outstanding. Well, that blew us away the first time you showed it. So continue to come back with this project. I think Blade Runner is coming out in December.
Yeah, it's supposed to be October, I think.
You got plenty of time. Yeah, I forgot the date, but it'll be really timely when that comes out, because you'll have this project.
Yeah, no, I'd hope to get it done in the spring, but
all right.
It always takes longer.
Well, hey, we've been doing this since the 80s, so we got plenty of time. Oh, yeah, we came out late 80s, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 1982 or 1983.
Yeah, so we got like 30 years on it. It's fine.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Tom. Email support, and we'll send you out on the show and tell sticker. Just prove you're not a replicant, and we'll send it out to you.
I'll try. I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go to,
might be a next step.
yeah. Now, the person who makes that machine, they're probably a replicant.
Yes.
We're gonna go to Rebecca, and then Carson, and then Adam, and then CScott. So everyone go a little bit of hyperdrive because we have 13 minutes.
Hi.
Hey, Rebecca.
Hey.
All right. So I don't really have anything super amazing, but a project that I've been wanting to do for a long time was actually the LED hat project from the Learn Guides. So I actually made one with all green LEDs, and I haven't really played, where's the battery? I haven't really played much with the code yet, but it works.
That's great.
Oh, yeah. You're green.
Yeah, I am green. And next I'm probably going to play with the code on this and then make another one, but then have it be school spirit colors on a school hat that I get from the bookstore.
Good.
So that should be fun.
All right.
Okay, that's cool. I think it is amazing, and also get a show and tell sticker and like laminate it, and put it on the side of the hat because that'll be cool.
All right there. I'll sew it on.
Hat was on the show and tell. All right. Well, thank you
It's
so
good
much,
to show,
Rebecca.
even if you don't have something you think is super impressive, it's good to just do something every week. You know what I mean? Just write every day, hack on something once a week, and you'll just get better and better just from practice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right. So come back soon.
Okay, next up, Carson. Hello, Carson. How are you? Hi, Carson.
Hello.
What you got? Oh, I think we lost Carson.
Club a while ago, and I thought it would be cool to show it off.
Oh, neat. Looks like you have a 3D
One
printed
there.
hand with servos.
It's not 3D printed. It's actually store bought, and these
Oh.
wires would be controlled by fingers. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
I just hooked them up to servos.
Oh, it's like a remote.
Yeah, no, I've seen these before, and then you added servos. That's cool. You added servos to this like off-the-shelf hand thing. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I thought I had one of these. I don't remember where it went.
I have a Python program running on my computer that tells the Arduino, and that translates it into sign language, but this doesn't completely resemble a hand, so it doesn't work completely.
Hand-like.
And I'll just run it now. Oh.
Here we go. Oh, look. Hello.
Oh, neat.
Hello, hand.
Yeah, there.
Yay.
All right. You got some moving robotics going on here.
Excellent. When you
the script, it's a array of the Arduino.
Gotcha. You're cutting out a little. You're cutting out a little bit. So maybe make a video and send us a link, so we can or put it in the comments. Yeah, I think you're cutting out a little bit. Okay, Carson. Well, email support@adafruit.com, or your hand can type support@adafruit.com if you can get it to do that, and we'll send you out a sticker.
Yeah, sticker will fit
Okay.
nicely on it.
Okay, we got every other word, but we understand the demo. Good work.
We got it. It's
Okay.
pretty sweet.
Okay, bye-bye. You can have the hand wave too.
Bye-bye.
All right, next up, Adam.
Hello. So a lot of progress this week. As you saw during the last show and tell, the microscope is actually running. It's not right now, but I'll get to that later. And so that night, and I'll share a screen so quick to show this off, I actually got the best images I've ever gotten out of the microscope so far, which was really a lot of fun. So we can, let's see, let's find one. So this is the CCS811 that I had in the microscope last week.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually see all the different components of the sensor here, and this is decap. So I'm not entirely sure how everything on it works yet, because it turns out silicon's really complicated. So I'll figure that out eventually, but this is part of the MCU, but it also doubles as some of the environmental sensing stuff. If we zoom into parts of that, we can see they have these kind of, they look like grid arrays or arrays of some sort, but they're really not. They're actually part of the environmental sensors.
Ooh.
So I'll figure out how those work, because they're really cool. I mean, silicon's always really cool, but this is especially so. And then there's some other cool stuff with that chip. We've got a bond wire right here, I did some artificial color with.
That's nice.
let's see here. I think I have one more from that chip. And then you can also see the chip it looks like under the microscope. And I kind of messed up sample preparation this one. I accidentally got a bunch of solder flux all over the top of it and then tried to clean it off. And so that's why if you look on this, there's a bunch of contamination everywhere and some really bright spots. And it's just all sorts of nasties I accidentally got on it. But moving on from that, another really cool thing I had this week was a 3D printed metal piece that had been broken. I met some people at the Museum of Flight in Seattle who were building a 3D metal printer, and they gave me a piece to put under the microscope. And I got some really, really great photos of that. So this is about 30 times magnification, so not very impressive. But I was able to take the electron microscope all the way up to, I think this was 1500 or so. Wow. And you can see all of the details you see in here are pretty much beyond what you can see with a regular optical microscope. That's a lot of work. But still, 1500 is pretty much nothing for an electron microscope. So I tried to take it a lot further this week. And as soon as I tried to take it further, the filament burnt out. Filament looks like it just sputters itself all over everywhere, and it gets everything really dirty. And so this is the high voltage insulator. This is a 30,000 volt insulator, and it you can tell it's pretty dirty, and a dirty insulator is not necessarily a safe insulator. So I spent a really, really long time just slowly going at it with paper towel and acetone until I got it relatively clean. And so that was clean. And from there, I just went through and rebuilt everything on my electron gun. So replaced, pulled these out, did a deep cleaning of them, replaced them. I don't have a photo of this, but I took apart most of my scam column, cleaned everything really deeply, and I'm talking like getting individual specks of dust out. There was actually one case where I think I found the dust that was causing me problems earlier. Let's see if I can find that photo, because I know I have it. I'll give myself a couple more seconds. There it is. So this is one of the parts under just an optical microscope, and you can see one little speck of dust there. And that, I'm pretty sure that was just destroying my image quality beyond 1500. So kept going with that. Everything was going well, and then the scintillator needed to be changed as well. So that's just a lot of failures this week. So the scintillator is fundamental to the way the electron microscope works. It's what converts the electrons into photons for the microscope to actually generate an image from those photons. And my scintillator was looking like this. This should be a perfectly uniform disc, and it's not, which tells you just kind of how horrible it got. This, I don't think I have the photo of the noise from it, but yeah, I do. So this is kind of the noise that this thing was generating. So you can just tell that, I mean, this was with the electron beam off. So you can see that it's just randomly generating so much noise it has to be replaced. Luckily, I had a spare, dropped that in. I finished putting that spare in last night. Turned the SEM on this morning, get ready for show and tell, and lo and behold, I have a vacuum leak. That vacuum leak is, you can see it on here. This is with the valve closed, and you can see the pressure slowly rising. So that meant that, well, if there's a leak somewhere, I risk burning out filaments, and I risk just damaging a lot of components. So just got to shut it down, troubleshoot this leak that wasn't there last night. It's there now. It's really annoying. So once I get that done, I'll be able to do some more imaging, get some really good photos of some chips, and send those off to you eventually.
Okay, rad. And then for the folks who want to kind of watch this live, check out the Discord chat. You usually post the links in there. Good work on that, too.
You're doing a good job with like the 2 steps forward. So even if you have like a step back, like you are getting much better quality images than even a month ago. So
you're not digging holes in the yard to get power.
You're past that. You've done the trench work.
You actually dug trenches for this. You're done with that.
Yeah, no. They I actually last night I was hitting with that really bad scintillator. I was actually hitting about 10,000 times magnification and still getting some okay quality. So just about an order of magnitude increase on what I was hitting before. And then the scintillator got too bad, so finished changing that out, and lo and behold, vacuum leak. But it's not changing the scintillator that caused the vacuum leak, because I currently have the entire scan column capped off, and it's just the valve body. So I've isolated the leak somewhat, which is good, but still, it's going to be probably a couple more hours of troubleshooting to get that leak fixed. So watch the live stream for that.
Okay.
Good stuff.
It's exciting.
All right, CScott, play us out.
Testing.
Hello. Hey, Scott.
Hey, it's been a few weeks. Knob coming up this weekend, so I'll be busy, but I wanted to get a chance to show you. I still only have one voice running. This is Deckard's dream. This is the CS80 rack mount clone system that Roman and I have been working on. And as you know, over here this is the Blade Runner machine. Vangelis had 7 of these, and he used them to score the soundtrack. And as you all know, that movie lives because of its atmosphere. It's dark, it's rainy. It seeps into your soul as you watch it. But a really important part of that is music. So, and we wanted to be very certain that we got certain aspects of the sound engine correct. Here, I'm trying to get a closer look for you real quick. But what you have here is there's A and B controls are identical. The top row and the middle row. The bottom row is the performance control system. And the CSA didn't have the little display screen and programmable preset system that you see here. It did have programmable presets, but they were purely analog. They were miniature switches and sliders that were literally a voltage memory. There's no computer in the thing, so it had to use a complex system of address counters and voltage multiplexing just to distribute everything and keep it synchronized throughout the system. But anyway, I've got it working here.
Oh, cool. Tom has the soundtrack for his project now.
So, man, I got the bending. I got it's all working. I've got the filters precisely tuned. I wish I could play chords and show you the polyphonic aftertouch, which is one of the keys to the sound of this machine. But it works. It'll be at NobCon. If anybody's in the Chicago area, come out. Schaumburg is at the Hyatt there, and say hi.
Come back and play a bunch. I mean,
and when I have a full system going, all 8 voice cards installed and calibrated and running, I'll be back and you can actually hear the true power of the system. But you can tell even with one voice, it's there. I mean, the tone is right in what I call the Vangelis zone, which is necessary to repeat the musicality of the system. So that's it.
CScott, I can name that movie in one note. It sounds, it's Blade Runner.
I hope we get soon like 3 or 4 people doing Blade Runner projects.
Yeah.
All in one show and tell.
Yeah,
we're getting there. I mean, we're already up to 2.
We'll get the Blade Runner trifecta.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right.
Anyway, see you guys later.
Where's my replicant owl? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, JP. Thank you, CScott. Thank you, Carson. Thank you, Adam. All participants on the show and tell. Get an seen on the show and tell sticker.
Mossad might be a
email. He might be.
Yeah.
Email support@adafruit.com, and we will send you out a sticker. We'll see everyone on Ask an Engineer in just a minute. And thank you for making this a fantastic half an hour. Filled with great music. Like, here's the rain.
Cheers.
Okay, bye-bye.